Yeah, hey everybody. It's morning time here in Adelaide, Australia, but I thought I'd pop on here and then just explain a few things that have been going on. I privated my previous live because of a few things that I was aware of after listening back to it and hearing back from a few people that it was quite inappropriate. So I have now privated it. Hey GMD, hey Dawn. Gina, sorry. Andy, you're awake. Hello. I'm fine. I'm just on here today just to give you guys a quick update on a few things and tell you where I'm at in life, which is I'm back on my antidepressants and they're agreeing with me so far, which is good. But what is also happening is that I know I shouldn't vent about this sort of stuff, so yes, it's just have to get it off my chest before I go out for the day with my brother. I have been issued a Form 2, which simply means certain things weren't done before my last inspection before this one, even though I know for a fact that they were done. I witnessed my cleaner doing it. And I've requested time and time and time again for a new housing manager. I'm not listened to. They just, you know, don't care. But I am asking, well, not on, I wouldn't say begging, but I am asking for my subscribers, whoever, I know Andy's in here and he won't because he helps me in other ways at times. But I'm asking whoever does watch this on replay. And again, I don't normally do this at all, but I need help obtaining a garden shed so I can put all the containers that she's bitching and moaning about, my housing manager, that is, they're apparently covering the floors, which they're not. They're stacked on top of each other quite neatly, but that's not good enough. They have to be elsewhere. So, if there is anybody out there who can help me, please do, because it is causing me a lot of stress. It's causing me a lot of anxiety. And, I don't need the drama, to be honest. The shed itself, which this is where it's really fucked up here in Australia. Um, my logo's there, Andy. What do you mean, where's your logo? It's there, right there. I can see it. But anyway, as I was saying, it comes down to the fact that the shed itself is $195, so you must say $200. And then to put the shed together, it's costing me $250 because I'm not allowed to have a friend put it together. I'm not allowed to have anyone that's not professional to put it together. And so I have to go to Bunnings and all that sort of shit and finalise it all. But I can't lay by it. I can't afterpay it. I can't be pay it. I can't do any of that. It has to be paid for all up front. So what I'm trying to do is, if I can, and I know it's a big ask, but I'm trying to see if there are people out there in the community that can find it in their hearts to help me pay for this. I have until the 9th of September to get this thing up and put together and all the containers put in there and everything like that. So my housing manager can just take a step back and go, wow, she really is trying. This is good. But here's the thing though, if I don't have this sorted by then, I'm back most probably to monthly inspections. But I can't afford to do it myself, to be totally honest with all of you, because of how much I have to pay for a cleaner as well as for the gardener. I have to pay for all that myself. And now I'm asking for you guys there as my fellow supporters, which I think my brother's the only one in here now. I am asking if you can find it in your hearts to help me. I know I have my PayPal link in my description all the time, but this time I'm actually explaining what I need it for. I'll be more than happy to provide proof that that's how much it will cost to buy and how much it will cost to assemble. I can have, I have proof of all that. So that is completely fine. If whoever is wanting to donate actually wants proof of this, I would be happy to provide that. That's fine. Um, I just don't think I'm going to be able to get enough money together to be able to afford a deep clean, which is going to cost me about 100, 150, 200 or so. And then I've got to pay for the gardener, which will be about 50, 60 bucks. And that's what I have to pay for. I can't afford that, as well as the shed, as well as the putting up of shed. And so yeah, I'm hoping that whoever watches this on replay or whoever's watching it as we speak can help me, because I do desperately need this help. And it's a lot of money to fork out in one hit, because hey Kelly, it's just, yeah. So I'm just oh yeah, that's sorry, I was just reading your channel name. Kelly Bain, aka Kelly Fibro Forum. Awesome. Welcome. Sorry, chat's a bit hard to read at the moment because my eyes are fucking up. But like I said, I've had times where people have just donated because they like my content, but now I'm really asking for people to try and their hardest to dig deep, because I desperately need to get this sorted before she comes back and tries to start shit, because that's all my housing manager likes to do. She is oh, I'm glad, Kelly. That's awesome, sweetheart. I'm glad you got it. I got your reply. So there you go. Woohoo. But like I said, it's just the fact that this next clean is going to cost me over 200 bucks, I reckon. And even though my house is like come so far since they took me from when they took me to SACAT, which is a housing tribunal where they determine this, they determine that, and all the rest of it. Everyone's saying I've come so, apart from my housing manager, all of them are saying that I've come so far, but yet they still won't do anything to give me any kind of feedback. And it is very, very frustrating because, like I said, like I already know that I'm going to be doing, like I said, everything in my power to raise whatever I can raise to get this shed, because I can afford the cleaner, but I can't afford the cleaner and the shed. And like I said, if anybody out there wants me to provide proof of that, I'll be more than happy to come up here later tonight if my brother's up to it or someone else can help me, that I can send these like receipts, so to speak, to them, and then they can share the page with me, and I can show you guys that the shed's this much, this is how much it costs to put together, because I'm not going to mislead anybody. I'm more than happy to send that to people if they need it. Like if I'm friends with you on Facebook and you're a bit uneasy about donating because you think I'm going to scam you, I promise you all from the bottom of my heart I'm not. I am just simply trying to get this sorted so my housing manager can get the fuck off my back. Okay, because if I could get rid of some of these containers and some of the furniture and all that sort of shit that is currently apparently in the way, mind you, my housing manager has a lot of us, so whatever. But the thing is that's really starting to stress me out is the fact that no matter what I do, it's never at her standards. I've requested a new housing manager for the last 3 years. It continuously gets declined. I have requested that I not be here, and I got the attitude that, oh, well, you knew the inspection was coming up. And it's just like, yeah, I just don't want to be around you. She has this negative, dark aura about her that I could be feeling great, but then the second she walks into my home, I feel this dark energy, and I don't have any sage because it's too expensive for me. I don't have that to, you know, go around from room to room to decleanse it. So, it's very frustrating how I feel that energy when she's here. And the worst thing as well is the way she is so, so patronizing. Oh, how do you think you went today, Tammy? Like I'm some kind of child in kindy. And I said, well, because I lied to her. and I said that I did it myself. And I knew from the moment I said I did it myself, she was going to fail me. I knew it. And she did. And I said, oh, I think I did, considering I did it myself, with carpal tunnel and scar tissues on my eyes, I think I did quite well. And she goes, well, no, you failed. And I'm sorry, but I found that the most patronizing thing to do, to get someone's hopes up thinking that, well, what they think. And she points out things in the inspection form, doesn't take a picture of it, but points it out that small mark on floor in spare room needs removing. Take a picture of where it is. You know what I mean? Or take a picture of the thing and then draw an arrow to where it is. Because you can tell me there's a small stain somewhere, but I won't see it because of my eye issues. And I just get to the point where it's like I said, if you need proof that I'm trying to get funds for a shed, by all means, message me, email me, whatever you have to do, and I will provide the proof to you. That is completely fine. I am happy to do that. But just remember, though, is the fact that this is to get my housing manager off my back, to clear up some space in my house, because I can't afford like $85 or so, or whatever it is, a month for a storage shed. Okay, I can't afford that. They're probably even more than that now. I don't know, but I know that I rather have my items in a shed in my backyard where they're safe. You know what I mean? And I know they're there. But I can guarantee it that, I'm just at a loss at the moment to know what I should do. And so instead of going out with my brother for the day for his appointment with his doctor, because he's having his surgery in a couple of months, I see it as that I'd rather be on here venting about the situation than, go out with him for the day and snap at him, because it's not his fault that my housing manager's a horrible person. It's, I try and respect her. And I've, up until last fortnight, I have been having to go without any kind of medication for 5.5 years. All right. But also, I have been a year and a half without my meds for my depression, because I haven't been able to afford them. For the simple fact that for 5.5 years, I was on monthly inspections, guys. Okay. So what would happen with those monthly inspections, I had one over here. If you've still got at least 2 weeks of your medication left, as in tablet form, pharmacists are not supposed to reissue you another lot. So then what happens is because I was on monthly inspections, like I said, for 5.5 years, I could never afford to get the meds that I needed, because they would come in 28 packs. But then I would say to the chemist, look, I have an inspection coming up next fortnight. I'm not going to be able to get them again. Can I please get 2 lots? And because they're quite a strong dose, I was not allowed to do that. Or they weren't allowed to do that. So basically, I went without, and it would be like, a month on, a month off, and all this sort of shit. And it would be hard, because when I told my doctor they're not necessarily working, he wanted to try and tell me to take 2. And I didn't want to do that, because, as you know, if you take 2, you only last, the 28 pack will only last 2 weeks. I gave it a go, but I felt really yuck for it. So I went back to just taking 1. And yeah, as you can tell, I have not been until last fortnight or last week, I have not been able to be on any kind of painkillers that are prescribed to me because of my carpal tunnel. I'm unable to buy any kind of eye drops that I believe could be good if they're on prescription. But even if they're not, there's an eye drop out there called Clausic, and that's about $10 to $12 a bottle. Okay, and you have to use that 3 times a day. And after 14 days or so, you have to discard it, because it's no longer good, apparently. So I have to buy that every so often when I can afford it. I have to go to, I can't go to counselling appointments, because I actually have to go in and sign paperwork to actually talk about things and have an over the phone counselling session. but because of all the expenses that I have due to my housing people, I can't even afford to go into the office and to the counselling place and sign paperwork to say, yeah, I want over the phone counselling, yada, yada, yada. I don't have that luxury, you know? So I do apologise for my rambling, and due to my rambling, you've all disappeared because it says I have no one in here. And that's cool. I don't mind. But like I said, please, if you could ever find it in your hearts to donate to me, my PayPal link is in the description. And just know that if you need proof that it's going towards a garden shed, let me know. I'll be happy to share it on here later tonight if I have to. I just really, 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 really need help, guys, because I need to get my housing manager off my back. And like I said, it doesn't seem to matter what I do. She's never, ever happy. So at the end of the day, sorry, guys, I am having a call coming in. And I can't answer it at the moment because I'm live. So as I was saying, but it's a bit frustrating, because you do everything right and then it doesn't work. But like I said, I just need my housing manager just to back off for a bit, and it doesn't seem to be working that much. Okay, Andy, I'm live, doll. I can't. What am I? Sorry, I'm getting messages. I'm getting phone calls, and it's like I'm live, guys. Just like, hold on. But like I said, it just doesn't seem to matter what I do. My housing manager always has something to complain about. And I can almost guarantee you that she'll complain about everything and anything. Like I told her I can't grip a pen to fill out paperwork at all. So instead of using her brain and thinking, oh, that's right, she has carpal tunnel, she can't grip a pen, what does she do? She emails me my fucking form for my modification form. I'm like, how am I supposed to fill that out? I can't. And Andy, please let me know what you just sent me, doll, because I'd have no idea what you just sent me. But I am going to wrap this up, guys, because I don't think anyone wants to hear me rambling, and I'm obviously pissing off a lot of people by venting, and I'm sorry for that. I don't mean to. It's just I've got nowhere else to vent, guys. Like I don't have a counsellor. My housing manager's a cow, won't even listen to me to start with. The water damage that's seeping in from outside is coming into my bedroom, but they're claiming that it's not water damage. It's laziness for me not cleaning my floors. So, oh, okay, thank you, Kelly. I'll stay for a bit longer, but then I've got to start getting my shit together to go out with my brother for the day. It's just hard because it's like you try so hard to get so far. And as they say by the Linkin Park song, I try so hard to get so far, but in the end, it doesn't really matter. And that is very, very true because I do try. Hey, Rosaline, welcome, darling. I try my absolute best to make sure that I do everything that is required of me, every single fucking inspection. And I'm spending 100, 150 each time, and yet she still finds flaw. She points out there's a dirty mark on the floor. Point out where the fuck it is. Because no matter what I do, it's never enough for her. And I am, like I said, and that's why I'm now begging. Well, I wouldn't say begging. I'm actually asking people, if you can donate, please do, because I want to get this garden shed so that way before September, okay? So we've got all of August and all the rest of this month. So I've got a month and a half to get this stuff sorted. I want to get the garden shed sorted so that I can move things that are in my lounge room and into my spare room and all that shit. I can move it in there. And she can finally, excuse my way of putting this, shut the fuck up. because I'm having sleepless nights because of her. I'm having anxiety because of her. Like I said, up until like last Wednesday, it was last Thursday, sorry, I was able to get my antidepressants thanks to my brother paying for them for me. But the thing is, though, I wasn't on them for over a year because of how much money I haven't been on any kind of medication for 5.5 years because I haven't been able to afford them. But in the last year and a half, my housing manager's just getting so much more picky. And so, hey, Elizabeth, how you doing, darling? She never, ever gives, like, how can I put it? She's never positive with anything. She hasn't anything positive to say about anything. You know, I have plastic tubs because I've got nowhere to put them and I want my stuff in plastic tubs. Mind you, that with her suggestion. Yeah, so long story short of things is that the reason I need the shed is so that I can put all those plastic containers in there. She calls them bins. They're not bins. They're plastic storage containers. But, you know, because she wants it to make it sound like it's more messier than it is and I have bins everywhere, let's call them bins, but they're not. They're storage containers. And, yeah, I don't know what I was supposed to do anymore. I really don't. I don't want to stress out my friends. I don't want to stress out my family. Well, mainly my brother because he has to hear about it like all the time. I don't want to stress out Elizabeth because, you know, I just don't want to because of her health and stuff because, you know, I don't want to, not that I'm going to go into detail, but like I said, you know, she's got her own troubles to deal with. She's got arsehole neighbours and don't like them very much, even though I've never met them, but they're arseholes. And I don't want to have to continuously put stress onto her. I don't want to put stress onto anybody at all. It's just, you know, I'm supposed to not be stressed. Doctor's orders. Because that's what it caused, you know, it can cause a lot of issues, obviously. And so I'm just trying my hardest to see what I can do and see if anyone's going to be able to help me with the shed side of things and get it all sorted and get everything in there. And my housing manager then can just be like, and then she can shut up and leave me alone. Because if I could get this all sorted, what would she complain about next? The curtain. No, she's complaining. Okay, I have an Elvis Presley shower curtain. I know, weird. But anyway, I have an Elvis Presley shower curtain in my bathroom, clearly, because that's where shower curtains normally go. And because it's long and almost touches the ground, she had the audacity to tell me to cut it to size. Mind you, she said this when no one else was around. In other words, she was out here doing an inspection on her own. She didn't have her boss with her, holding her hand, and all the rest of it. Another time, she turns up, and her boss turns up without a mask. I asked for them to wear a mask. They said, "Well, we don't need to," and I'm like, "Yeah, you do." And then when I reported it, they apparently turned to the big boss and said that, "Oh, she told us that we didn't have to wear a mask." Thanks, Rosalind. That's really sweet, sweetheart. Thank you. Hey, Sherry, you finally caught alive. Yay. I'm stressed out, Sherry. I'm stressed out so badly because I'm trying, and it sounds bad, I'm trying to raise funds so I can get a garden shed from Bunnings and put it in my backyard so I can get rid of all the storage containers that are in my house and put them in there. I'm trying my hardest because it's $195 to buy and it's $250 to assemble according to the email I got. So what I'm saying is the fact that I am trying very, very hard to try because I can't afford it on my own as well as cleaning expenses. So I'm trying my hardest to try and see if anyone in chat or anyone's can be generous enough to help me, because I can't afford it myself. Because if I afford it myself, I don't eat for a fortnight, and then I owe money because it's how much it is more than I get paid in a fortnight. So fingers crossed. Thank you, Rosaline. I wish you could too, darling, but it's okay. But yeah, but like I said, it's just yeah. It's just my housing manager never gives up on being a bitch. She never does. Anything I do that I'm proud of, she'll criticize it. And it's just upsetting. I just don't know what else to do anymore. I really, really, really don't. I honestly just like, I just want to scream. That's putting it as nicely as I can. I just want to scream. But I don't want to do that to draw attention, because if I scream, it'll be a bit weird because I haven't screamed in ages. So, yeah, so like I said, I'm just trying my hardest just to stay above. But then, yeah, so am I. But Elizabeth, they're telling me that it's not water damage. No, I don't have an advocate anymore, Rosalind. And I'm not due to have another one for at least another 6 to 12 months, because I'm back on the waiting list, because you only get 4 visits apparently. But I spoke to my advocate, and apparently she was going to email Elizabeth and trying to explain to the people there at Junction that I want a new housing manager because I can't handle the way Elizabeth is and how she is so belittling. It says on their mission statement, okay, that they're supposed to encourage people to thrive and to help people. They help people with a disability and all this sort of shit. And I'm sorry, but no, they don't. Well, they probably do, but they don't help me. Yes, exactly. Screaming will help me without a voice. Exactly. Oh, I go through it every 2 months or every month, Rosalind. It's the same shit all the time. And it's like, like I said, I try my best. And I mean, I really, really try my best to make sure that everything is great. And yet she still finds flaw. Like if I have a spoon in the sink, she will say there are dishes in the sink. If I have a pot on the stove, she will say pots on the stove. You know what I mean? Like she won't just be like, oh, there's a spoon in the sink, oh whatever. You know what I mean? She won't be like that. She will criticize it and criticize it and criticize it. She's the kind of person that I can't afford to take out a loan, Sherry. Even if there were ones I could take out, I can't afford to do it because I'm paying 100 to 150, even sometimes up to $200 a month for a clean. I can't afford to had get a loan and add another expense, and then I'm without again. I'm sorry, it's a good idea, yes, but I can't afford to do that. And even if, because of the fact that I'm on 2 monthly inspections, I'm paying for a cleaner to come in every fortnight, so that way it doesn't cost as much when the inspection time comes up. I can't afford to be paying for a loan on top of everything else. So even if there were ones, no, that is definitely not an option. Sorry, but it's not. So I'm just at the point now, like I said, where I don't know what to do. I really fucking don't. I have cried over this. I have lost sleep over this. I've lost my appetite over this. I've gotten angry over this. You name it. I've felt all emotions because of who my housing manager is. And okay, Sherry, what's this about? Okay, what it's about is the fact that I need to raise funds to get a garden shed so I can get all the storage containers that are in my house out of my house and put into my shed. So my housing manager backs off from me because as long as they're in my house, she's going to find something to complain about. All right. I can't afford to do it myself. So, yeah, but Elizabeth, they're telling me it's not water damage, doll. Hey, Aussie girl Jen, welcome, sweetheart. They're telling me by looking at the pictures, it's not water damage. Okay. So until they send someone out, there is nothing I can do to prove that it's water damage. There's nothing I can do. You can say it's water damage. I can say it's water damage, but it's there, according to them, it's not. So there's nothing I can do. No, I don't have an attic. No, I don't have an attic. And plus, I'd rather in all on like level, so then that way it's not so hard for me to move it when it comes to lifting because I can't lift heavy stuff because of my carpal tunnel. Oh, okay. I hope your doctor's appointment goes well, Aussie girl Jen. I'm here if you need to talk after. So it. I agree there. It shouldn't matter what I have in my house, but it does matter apparently because it's cluttered. Well, maybe if you gave me a place that wasn't so fucking small, there you go. Then it wouldn't be. Okay, good. I'm glad to hear that, Jen. But like I said, I want and need help, guys. So please, please, please help me. You know what I mean? And like I said, I'll provide the receipts. I will even take pictures of when it's assembled and everything like that, so you can see that I actually bought a shed. I've mentioned the prices in my description for today's live. I've done all that. So if you do find a way to help me, or if you know anybody who can help me and wants to help me, please let them know my PayPal details. I'll be very thankful for any kind of help I can get. She kind of can if it's not rectified. Yes, she can evict me. Hence why the urgency. She can evict me for endangering the safety and the well-being of the tenant because even though it's all pushed up against a wall, it can easily fall and it's dangerous. So yeah, I could be. So that's why I'm wanting to get this shed up and running and all that sort of shit before my next inspection. So then that way she's got nothing to complain about. Because like I said, if I'm having to spend up to $200 on a house clean, and $50 or so for the gardening. Hang on. Yeah, so I'm trying my hardest. But like I said, time will tell. Sherry, she doesn't care. Okay? She just does not care. Sorry, guys, just give me a sec. I just don't know what to do anymore. I really fucking don't. Sorry, I've just been drawn attention to something, and what difference does that make, Sherry? Sorry, I just don't understand what difference that makes to anything. Anyway. It's sorry guys, give me a sec. I love when I get given information that I was not aware of, but I'm very aware now. Okay, Sherry, I mean this in the nicest possible way when I say this. No, Sherry. No. No, 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 no. Thank you, Andy, but please don't explain things like that because it's actually quite weird. And plus, another thing as well, it comes down to, like I said, I don't want to live with my brother again. I love my independence. I'm 40 years old. I don't want to live with family again unless I really, 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 really have to. Elizabeth, again, it's not water damage. Seriously, Elizabeth, they're saying it's not water damage, so there's nothing I can do. Don't blame me for what? I'm sorry, but I see it as I've been independent for nearly 18 years and I'm not about to take a step back. No, but you see, when you've been independent, yeah, I'm actually going to end. Oops. I'm actually going to end this live, guys, because I'm sorry if it's being mean, but I'm actually starting to get really pissed off because of the fact that I'm trying to explain that my housing people are saying that what's happening to the floors in my house are not water damage. I'm trying to explain why I need help getting a garden shed. And in all honesty, it's really starting to piss me off, okay? Because I don't want to be pissed off, all right? The water damage is what people are telling me it is. I don't know what it is. My housing people are telling me that it's not water damage. The fact that I need help to get a garden shed so I can get the things that they're complaining about out of my house and I can put them in there so they can shut the fuck up. I don't want to feel as though that I'm having to explain it again and again and again and again and again because, and I'm sorry. No, don't be sorry, Jen. It's all good, sweetheart. Just focus on your health, honey. It comes down to that, like I said, I am trying, and I mean, I am really, really trying not to lose my shit. But to say, oh, if you get evicted, can you live with your brother? Like, I'm sorry, but no. I don't want to backpedal in my life where I'm relying on other people to look after me or me looking after them or anything like that. I love being independent. I love knowing that I can do whatever the fuck I want when I want in my house within reason, obviously. And I'm sorry, but thank you. Thanks, Jen. You're a sweetheart. But like I said, thank you, Rosalind. But like I said, it's just getting to the point where I am ready to lose my shit. And instead of losing my shit at having to repeat myself again and again, I rather just end the live and I'll come back probably later tonight after everything. And hopefully by then I've calmed down. And, I'm like I said, I just don't want to be in a bad mood going out with my brother today because if I snap at him, he snaps at me and then we have an issue and then so to speak. And it's not going to be his fault that I'm snapping at him, but because I'm frustrated with the fact that, I've got a month and a half, you might also say, to get all this shit sorted. And I know that I'm running out of time, but at the same time as well, like you guys, I'm not saying this to be patronizing or mean or disrespectful when I say this, but just think of all the other people you donate to. They don't need it. They're talking about a case that doesn't need to be talked about anymore, or they're hate bashing on other people, other creators and stuff, and you're donating to them to encourage them to continue doing that. So what I'm going to say is, please, before you do donate to them again, ask yourself, would you go up to a convicted criminal in a courtroom and slide over whatever you're going to donate to them? Would you just walk up to them and go, hey, you raped and killed, trigger alert, and killed 5 innocent women, but hey, here's $300. I don't think you would. So why would you do that with YouTube? Why would you give money to a bully or give money to someone who thinks it's her sole mission to disrespect other creators and then sadfish for donations? I'm not sad fishing, okay? I'm trying my hardest so I can stay living where I have lived for nearly 20 years. That's all I'm trying to do, guys. So I'm not begging, but I am asking nicely. If you can donate or if you know someone who can, please do. And yes, I prefer to be, that's right, Jen. I prefer to be independent than spend it at the casino. Exactly right. There are people out there that do that. I don't. I don't have a gambling problem. If I want to play pokies, I'll play pokies on my phone. Guess what? Doesn't cost a cent. Funny that. Don't win real money though, but that's how I fix my bloody gambling problem. But like I said, so if you know anybody who can donate or anyone that can help me, please, 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 please do, because like I said, I really do need this help. Even if it's just a once off and you never donate to me again, so be it. But please help me, guys, because if I can do this and show my housing manager that I am actually trying, hopefully she'll back the fuck off for one, and two, they might actually start doing my inspections every 3 months, and then that way I can actually stay on top of taking my antidepressants. I can stay on top of, and I can actually buy the prescription pain meds I'm supposed to buy for my carpal tunnel, and I can actually buy drops for my eyes to actually help me with my bloody scar tissue so it's not so painful. But that's up to you guys. You see what I mean? Like, I need these medications on a monthly basis, but when I'm having an inspection, guess what? I go without them. And then I go through withdrawals. And then I find myself, because I'm so depressed a lot, I'm sleeping all fucking day. Love you too, bro. You know what I mean? So all I'm going to say is please help me. And I know that sounds like I'm begging there because actually I am begging, because I do need this help. Like I said, there are people out there that collect donations and super chats, super stickers, and all that kind of crap to talk about a case that should be left alone. But because they come up with new information, they do live after live after live about the same shit. Now, the thing is, though, yes, I will be talking about the Chris Watts case when I go on and be a guest on Aussie True Crimes channel. I will talk about it there, but I won't be talking about it on my channel anymore. There are people out there, like I said, who do GoFundMes because they say, because I can. And there are people actually donating to that. Ask yourself, if you're going to donate to someone or someone's who is a bully or bullet, if you're going to donate to them, ask yourself before you hit that little dollar sign in their chat or before you click their PayPal link in their description, ask yourself, would you give that money to make out you've got kids? Would you go up to that bully who is bullying your kid? Would you go up and hand them a wad of money as you would to these people? Guarantee you that you wouldn't. So please think twice before you donate to the bully channels. Think twice before you donate to people who don't necessarily need it. Okay? I'm not doing membership on my channel, even if I do reach 1,000 subscribers. I will not be doing any of that. I will not be doing super chats, super stickers, membership, or any of that shit. The only way that I make money on here is through PayPal. And even what you do donate, and then I have to transfer it to my bank account, I lose a little bit because of the transfer fee. And I'm fine with that. But I need help getting this fucking shed so my housing manager can back off. They came. What, Andy? Hang on. So I've got to highlight this. I can't read it properly. They came out with new fake shit to feed trolls. Oh, well, there you go. All right, Jen, take care of yourself, sweetheart. And yes, we will talk soon. But like I said, you just take it easy and know that I'm here if you need me, doll. Yes, I already know that, Elizabeth. It's all good. Hopefully it's in the work in progress. No, you aren't. What? What do you mean, no, I'm not? What? I don't understand what's saying, no, you aren't. Sorry, Sherry, could you please explain that, doll? But like I said, it just comes down to, like I said, I get upset when there's people out there who don't need money, but they get donated so much. And then there's people like me who is struggling and, all the rest of that. I get nothing. And I'm not saying that to sound patronizing. Like I can do I was going to start getting ready soon to go out. But what I'm saying is I can easily do a 5-hour live, guys, and I'll be lucky if I walk away with 10 cents. There are other people out there. Obviously, they have more subscribers than me. That's clearly obvious. But what happens is they get fucking so much money for one live, and yet some of them only go live for like 2.5 hours, and they can make up to $2,000, which I've been told that one creator does. And I find that absolutely fucking disgusting, to be totally honest with you. There's people out there who do what I'm doing, and like I said, and I'm struggling. And I am struggling, guys. And so it just upsets me. And I'll be honest with all of you, if I was so money hungry and so money driven, there was a time when a friend of mine, her friend, wanted to donate to me. And I knew she had no food in the house. Now, if I was really money hungry, I wouldn't care she had no food in the house. I turned to her and said to her, tell your friend to buy you food with that. I needed the money, yes, but I needed to make sure that she had food in her stomach. hang on, what's this, Andy? Sorry. I can say they are letting out Chris Watts on day, please, and the trolls will run with it and through, and even though that is very true. When it comes to the Chris Watts case, as much as it sounds horrible, Chris is where he needs to be. But even if he's not completely responsible, we're never going to know. So let's just let the case go. Okay, guys, like I said, I am going to get going because this is, like I said, I'm getting angry and I don't want to be angry going out today. I want to be in a good mood. I want to be able to go now at this very moment, have a shower. Well, maybe, yeah, have a shower, put deodorant on, put perfume on, all that kind of crap, and go meet my baby bro because he's including me in one of his appointments with his surgeon today, and it's going to be good to be able to get some more information about it. It's going to be good to be able to ask a few questions, not that I have any at the moment, but it's going to be good to be able to get more information about it from a professional standpoint. And I'm very, very honoured that my brother wants me to be a part of this appointment. And yeah, so if you're still in here though, Andy, thank you. And yeah, it's going to be good, like I said, because I'll be honest with all of you, I don't support the surgery side of things, but I support my brother. And then by the end of today, I might think differently. You know what I mean? So I rather, instead of just Andy giving me little bits of information here, a little bit of information there, I would rather go see what the surgeon has to say and get his guarantee that, nothing bad's going to happen to my brother, because if anything does, I'll sue him and kick his ass and all the rest of that sort of shit. Because, even though my baby brother and I, we might argue like cat and dog at the best of times, he's still my brother and I still love him, and I'll do just about anything I could to protect him from any other arsehole out there who wants to try and take him down, or anyone out there in the real world, that is. And yeah, so I protect him. And even though we're 6 years and 4 days apart, he's like my little kid, He's my kid brother, but I'll always do whatever I can to protect him from the arseholes in the world. And yeah, he gives me the absolute shits at the best of times. And yeah, don't do praying in my chat, Andy. It comes down to, like I said, when the chips are down, he's not there ever, really, but he's there on the phone, and I rang him the other day crying, and he was like trying to calm me down and telling me to calm down. It's like, no, I'm angry and all this sort of shit. And we were at lunch when Elizabeth told me that I failed, and she, as in my housing manager, Elizabeth, she rang me and she goes, like I said, so how do you think you went? I went, I reckon I did pretty good. She goes, well, no, you failed. And like I said earlier, I knew the moment I told her that I did not get a cleaner in, I knew she was going to fail me. And I should, you know what, I'm going to start doing that before each and every inspection now. I am going to start doing a live the day before my inspection or leading up to my inspection. And I might even keep the live going while I'm having my inspection. Because then what could happen is that we could, no, I probably won't do that, because if she catches on that I've got a channel, then. But like I said, if any time anyone wants to donate, please do. But whatever you do, please don't make it public in chat that you've done so, because I do my best to make sure that anyone that does donate to me, whether it's $5, whether it's $50, whether it's $500 or whatever it is, it comes down to the fact that I respect you as a subscriber and I respect you as a person, because of the fact that there are people out there who come into my chat who are spies for other creators, and I'm not going to be impressed if I find out any of them are spies. Like I said, you can come in here if you generally give a fuck about my channel, but if you're here because you want information about what I'm talking about so you can report back to whoever, please do not do that, and please unsubscribe, because I won't put up with that shit. Because if I find out anything I'm talking about gets reported on another channel and I find that you're part of that chat, you will be deleted and blocked from my channel. Whether you're a mod, whether you're a subscriber, I don't care. I talk about my own content on this page. I've talked about one particular creator once upon a time, and I've talked about another one another time. But the thing is, though, this is my channel, my platform, and it's not to be disrespectful to anyone, but if you're here for the wrong reasons, it's the door. Okay, because I don't want to feel as though that I have to watch my P's and Q's. I don't want to feel as though that I have to make sure that everyone in my chat is here for the right reasons. So if you're here because you want to spy for another channel, please don't, because it comes down to that says more about you. If you are going to allow another channel creator to tell you where you can and can't go and then report back to them, then that says more about you. If you're willing to do the Chinese whispers kind of thing, get the fuck out of my channel and unsubscribe, or I'll block you myself. I might lose a lot of people by saying it like that, but I'm not putting up with that. No way in the effing world. Hey, Kerry, I'm just about to wrap up, sweetheart. Yeah, so, and if you're here to make someone in my chat feel uncomfortable, you will be removed. I had someone on my panel the other day, and it made a friend of mine very, very upset. And if he does ever appear back in my chat, he'll find himself blocked. Because I, at that time, did not know how to boot people from my studio. I do now, which is awesome. All right, guys, but like I said, I've got to wrap this up. I will be back later tonight. I've got to start getting my shit together to go meet, like I said, go meet my brother. And until next time, guys, please, like I said, if you're going to donate, I don't make it public that you've done that unless you ask me to, but I do my best not to do that, because then that way you don't go into another chat and then they're going to expect you to donate to them as well. So I do my best to make sure that people don't, people don't know. I rather not advertise it. I rather just, like I said, keep it private and make sure it stays that way, for the simple fact I'm doing that to protect you. So then that way, like I said, say for example, right, okay, I just got a donation then. I haven't read who it's from, but thank you. I see it as that if you donate to me, I'm not ever, under any circumstances, unless you tell me to, I will not mention your name. For the simple fact is, I would rather know that if you're going to come into my chat, you're protected, not only because you're protected, because I'll protect anyone in here who needs protection as much as I possibly can. But what I am saying is the fact that if you choose to donate, I'm not going to advertise that, because I don't want you feeling as though you've got a target on your back. And then when you go from, say, my chat into blah, 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 blah's chat, they're going to look at, they're going to zero in on you, and they're going to look at it as, oh, she donated in Tammy's chat, and Tammy, she or he donated in Tammy's chat, and Tammy's a nobody. I've got 10,000 something subs, or I've got 20,000 subs, or I've got 5,000 subs. I better be nice to this person in particular, because, hey, if they can donate to a nobody like Tammy, then if I'm nice to them in my chat, they'll donate to me. You know what I mean? So I refuse to do that. All right. So whoever just donated to me, then I will send a personal message saying thank you. And so like I said, unless you actually put in the description when you send it that you would like me to mention you by name, your name will not be mentioned on my channel that you've donated, because of the simple fact I choose to keep it private, so that you don't have like I said, a target on your back thinking that if you go into another chat, you're going to be expected to donate to them, all that kind of shit. You know what I mean? So whoever that was that did just donate, thank you, thank you, thank you. You'll get a private message from me in regards to that as well. And to, like I said, I really do appreciate it a lot. And like I said, I'm going to do everything in my power to get this fucking shed before my next inspection. If it kills me, I have to do it because I need to get it done and I need to get it put up. And I need my housing people just to back the fuck off and leave me alone. So all being well, I'll be back here later tonight to do another live. And I will then hopefully, if my brother is up to it, I can have him in the background helping me share my screen. And then I can show you guys the proof of how much the shed's costing and how much it costs to put together and all that kind of crap, because I can't do it on my own because, yeah, I'm on my phone. But all of you, each and every one of you, thank you for listening to me go on and rant and rave. And okay. Best way to put it, Rosalie, I'm about, well, what's 195 plus 250? Take 50. So 300. I'm 395 off. There you go. That was easy. I need 395 more dollars to get, guys. So if you can help, please do. If you can share my PayPal to people who might be feeling generous, please do. But yeah, I have to go because, like I said, if I don't go now, I will be late for my brother and I'll never hear the end of it. And so I hopefully, like I said, I'll probably be back here in about 8 hours. So if you are in America, please have a sleep because tonight's live is going to be a long and boring one. But we hope, I won't say boring, a long one because, why not? And if there's anyone who wants to pop up on panel, please feel free to let me know. I will be very selective of who I have on panel these days because, some people want to just come up and start shit. And if you think for even a second you're going to come up here and flash yourself, then that says more about you than me because I'll just say it here and now. I've seen bigger. And I'm not impressed by them. I think personally the pecker on a man is the most ugliest thing on the man's body apart from his feet. So, and yes, I am heterosexual though. So, oh, Rosalie, only do it if you can, sweetheart. No pressure. But like I said, I just want people to be happy. I want people to be encouraged to believe in their dreams. Just remember though that, take it from me when I say this, one foot in front of the other. Comes to, you see something that you think is a bit strange with a friend or they're acting weird and you suspect that there's something wrong, help them. No, nothing upsets me these days apart from my housing manager. It's just that, like I said, I am trying my absolute best just to keep on believing that hey, kitty witty, I just have to believe. Yes, my housing manager failed me for my last inspection. Feel free to inbox me. I'll tell you all about it, or you can watch this on replay. But like I said, I'm frustrated with all of it. I am frustrated with so much. And it's just getting to the point where I don't know what to do anymore. But I do know now I have to get off here and go get ready. So until next time, which will be later, hopefully tonight, I'll talk more about it later, kitty witty. But right now I have to go because I have to get ready. Okay, so until next time, guys, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. And I love you all. Thank you. Bye.